today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
Jackson on the keeper.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown.
Jackson's pass. Complete to
Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy, and when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone calling him Hollywood in college.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A handoff, it's Mark Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews.
Jackson's pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore. They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
On the tackle.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, 2nd most in the NFL.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And bulldozing his way through. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Fumble on the play. Recovery.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Jackson's pass.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
A pickup of 2.
2nd and goal from the 1. Stepping up, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Baltimore. Dontrell Hilliard on the return. The Browns'
second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
on the play. First down, Browns.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Come on, dog!
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Complete to
Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns are back within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
B.J. Goodson.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte. A big part of this young Browns defense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, Browns 7.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, Jackson caught right side at Snead. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson, and this is going to be incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
17. Browns 7.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking is so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And again, it's Mayfield. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Second down and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
Complete to number 8.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Baltimore 11 yards there. First down. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. He uncorks it for Snead. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. On first down, it's Ingram. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Number 21, Mark Ingram, the ball.
Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
The 32-yard line.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. at the Browns' 16-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Gain on the play. Brings up third down and 9.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on third down. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play,
this challenge was initiated by the guys in New York taking a look at the play. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his second season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Tucker now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Week 1 NFL Madden Week Season 1 82020 games and highlights.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. And defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, you're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
First down, Mayfield. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mayfield.
And the Browns.
There's a good catch for Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Cleveland.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz
Week 1
Stadium in
Philadelphia
downtown
Eagles 4-4
Atlanta.
Washington football
and it's the
team
Seahawks who have the
3-0
lead
final.
as those two teams approach halftime. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Devin Funchess, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Dwayne Haskins has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 yards. Here's Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Mayfield's pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On the pickup. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Mayfield finding Beckham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This is caught. And he's brought down. First down, Cleveland. Mayfield to Beckham.
Odell Beckham.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
Complete to number 81.
Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
A 3-yard
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. Brought in left side by Snead. And they'll get this down to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stepping up, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
First and 10 at their own 20.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. A first down throw for Mayfield. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Jackson.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle made back at the 40.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Jackson to Boykin, first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 44 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Just Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
First and 10 at their own 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Mayfield's pass.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Odell Beckham.
Throwing, Mayfield.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick six in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And there's a completion.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
In today's football, where receivers break tackle.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Mayfield's pass.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A couple of third-year guys, a couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 18-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Ingram again. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Again, the ball carrier. The tackle.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on third down. And again, it's Mayfield. And on that last play there, he's over 400. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield with it once more. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's, you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And more. He's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
1st down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield to throw it. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. 16 yards of first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and goal.
25 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Seibert on for the PAT.
Week 1 Dallas Cowboys 2-8 Los Angeles Rams 4-5 final.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Week 1 Pittsburgh Steelers 3-8 New York Giants 1-0 final.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Week 1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1-4 New Orleans Saints 3-5 final.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room as they start
Week 1
the
Arizona
season 1-0.
Cardinals 7 San Francisco 4-1
to
final.
take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Week 1 Cleveland Browns
The
4-1
players on your
Baltimore
team
Ravens
quickly
5-2
upgrade
final.
your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
So the offseason questions, they have been answered. The biggest one, who will be at quarterback for the Bears in Week 1? That answer, Nick Foles. Here he comes.
And we finally have the answer to one of the biggest battles of training camp. Was it going to be Mitchell Trubisky, the incumbent, or the newly acquired Nick Foles? And Nick Foles trots out to be the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. The head coach, Matt Nagy, had said there wouldn't be a competition, and he was right. Nick Foles seized it and ran with it, and now he leads the Chicago Bears.
There's Foles. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. There's a throw over the middle. taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down.
Now Foles. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Another former New England Patriot reunited with a former...
And the ball is knocked out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, we see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
Scrimmage the 15. It's 1st and 10. Foles. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Chicago.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
12, Allen Robinson.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Johnson.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30.
Throwing to Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. The first first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
On the carry.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 10 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for T.J. Hawkinson.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Going to be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Aaron Jones, a 1st quarter touchdown there. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll look to throw right away. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. They'll try and run it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. That's caught by Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. That's complete, right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, here we go.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears will extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
This funny partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he was a number 8 overall pick in 2019 and had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable with the NFL game. A nice catch right there for a 1st down.
Here's Nick Foles as he heads back out to work. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
It's been a big highlight day for him. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
21-0 our score after 1.
Bears 21. Lions nothing.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Bears
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Foles going to get this into the hands of Montgomery. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The 17-yard line.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
To T.J. Hockenson. It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A gain of 12 yards.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Well, then a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And this one's incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they bring coverage on this down?
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
1st down, Chicago.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Harmon. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Golladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 at over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air.
Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Golladay, 43 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Nick Foles ready for the next drive, leads out the Bears. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, that was dangerous.
Stafford
threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. There's Foles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Foles. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz with a touchdown pass there. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles with a strong first half. He's over 300 yards passing already, How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The kickoff for Chicago.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Stafford. The throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. They got the ball in great field possession. One play later, boom, end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
33-yard line.
And this will be incomplete.
Stafford's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford, the slant to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
1st and 10.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
It's now
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target. 3rd down here.
incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, it's Stafford. Incomplete. Stafford got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To the air again, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now Foles. And he finds his tight end Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Christian Jones coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Gonna let one throw for Robinson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
3rd and 6.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Foles going to get this into the hands of Montgomery.
Foles pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now rush coming, and he's taken down. Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Stanford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Stafford here. And Jones has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stafford looks to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
To carry on Johnson.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Bears 38-yard line.
Throwing again at Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
T.J. Hawkinson.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. And out of bounds right around the 20.
For a Lions. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. His pass caught at the 4. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. This is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense Falls able to come up with a goal line stand.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. But now here's a deep shot that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Foles. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Foles. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Well, the hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. At the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. It's caught. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The 26-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pass from Stafford, caught by Amendola. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. To the air again, Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Oh, it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch him.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain almost 20 yards per catch. But how about the guy who knows how to put the ball in the end zone as well, and that's Kenny Galladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his area. Led the NFL with 11 touchdown catches last year. Kenny Galladay is a guy that I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Looks like he'll throw here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Foles. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here comes Amendola. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And this is caught inside the 5. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Stanford. And this is going to be caught. So a defensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown the point after, but a little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. 24. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really. Yeah,
I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Bears, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The players on your team, quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots versus Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile, that's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Complete to Devin.
Well, CD, you know, as we talked about earlier, this is the first Patriots home opener without Tom Brady in 2 decades. Now, you still see, understandably, a lot of number 12 jerseys in the stands, but this is Cam Newton's show now. How do you think that things change for the Patriots here in 2020?
Well, they change in a big way because of what you said to start off with, and it's something we've all known about for a while, but now we're actually confronting it. Tom Brady is not in the building. All right, number 12 is not leading the Patriots out onto the field, but I thought it was a really savvy move by the organization in the offseason to sign Cam Newton. You start fresh with a guy who's been an MVP in this league, has a ton of self-confidence, understands the elephant in the room that is Tom Brady, but brings a new, different playing style to this Patriots team.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Rolling to his right. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's White. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Sliding out of the pocket. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones.
Intercepted by the...
So the Dolphins' rebuild officially underway, as it is not Ryan Fitzpatrick leading them out here week 1. It is, in fact, the number 5 overall pick from April, and that is Tua Tagovailoa.
And most people assume that Ryan Fitzpatrick would get the call here on opening day, and count me among those. I thought that Fitz would have the team while they got Tua Tagovailoa truly healthy and indoctrinated into the NFL, but they decided to go with the youngster out of Alabama right from day 1. Beautiful thrower of the football and commands a huddle quite well for a young player.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Charles, a peek there at the Dolphins draft class for 2020. A lot of guys there that will wind up contributors, but this draft is ultimately going to come down to one question: was Tua the right choice or not?
Well, that's how the game's played, isn't it? And remember, we talked about Tua possibly going to Miami for about a year prior to it actually happening. And Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, two quarterbacks that were still on the board, those are the guys who get...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Boy, he came in. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Lawrence Guy picks up his second sack of the afternoon. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
First down, here's White. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
James White, the ball carrier.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 31.
For the Patriots.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down. It's White, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Carrier. Raekwon McMillan on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now a give to White. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
James White.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
A 22-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
It's 3. Dolphins, nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 22.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And he comes out
Week
on the
1
heels of an
Chicago Bears
interception. He threw
3-5
last time
Detroit
they had the
Lions
ball.
1-7
And you know,
final.
the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Uche.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. That's caught by Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
When I see Mike Gesicki make a catch, I'm reminded of his athletic ability and go back to the time we were leading up to the draft and showing his career highlights, including high school volleyball, where it appeared he was almost jumping over the net. I expect him to continue to grow in 2020, start to make progress in 2019. 5 touchdown catches and 570 total yards.
Tua throwing complete there to Howard out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Mike.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again, and now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. Cam Newton and the Patriots set to go again on offense. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And there's a catch there by Julian Edelman, and I know the conversation is very big on how much will he miss Tom Brady. But Edelman's one of the top slot receivers in the league and an uber competitor. He's going to miss his friend, but he wants to show the rest of the league that his skills transfer no matter who's throwing him the football.
James White.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
We remind you lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then two more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Complete to Jordan Howard.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Newton's pass.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
20.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland. Tua picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
First down, Miami.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21. A gain there of 21 yards. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get this started up in Orchard Park, an AFC East matchup with the Jets in town to take on Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. The Bills still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Phillip Rivers slinging it. 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Tua Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First down.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. I used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
2 and a throw again.
And he finds Howard complete.
Oh, Howard coughs it up.
And it's picked up by the Patriots. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Jakeem Grant now to return.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
Out comes the Miami offense once again, and they're running back Jordan Howard.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get 1 step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flags.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
There defensively.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
On the tackle.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Opting to run again here with White. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He can run for it, and he will.
Number 1.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Returnable for Grant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
A gain of 30.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Copeland getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, Newton. He's airing it out for Sanu. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll fight his tight end here, Asiasi.
Newton's pass
A gain of 6 there on first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now White. Clayton Fedulum there on the stop.
White, the ball carrier.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
10 at the 25-yard line.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 22, Newton. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. On the give, it's White. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Intended for Devin Asiasi. Incomplete.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
Rohrwasser on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
Is good.
And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7.
Dolphins 7.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. He'll find Parker again, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Two and now on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Tunga Bailoa's pass.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
On third and long, it's Tunga Bailoa. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Tunga Bailoa.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
47-yard.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Running out of the gun with White. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
White, the ball carrier.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
On the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Newton, slant route, caught by Edelman. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 12 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, White. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
White, the ball carrier.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
Complete to Devin.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Second and 3 from the 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
He's out of bounds.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Jerome Wasser now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
That's the reason you go for circle around, trust the boy.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now an open man. That's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Tua throwing complete there to Howard out of the backfield. Oh, Howard coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They start to drive with White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with White. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Jerome Baker.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Pats, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Week 1 Miami Dolphins 7 New England Patriots 2-4 final.